911, what is the address of your emergency?
I'm not sure.
Okay, what's going on?
I'm not sure.
Why are you calling 911?
Pardon me?
Why are you calling 911? What's the emergency?
Okay, never mind.
Ma'am?
Yes?
What's the emergency?
I can't really, I don't know.
You don't know why you called 911?
Yes, I do.
Okay, then why did you call?
Okay, do I have to say right now?
Yes.
Okay, then never mind.
Are you in a vehicle?
Yes.
Are you able to talk, or is there someone?
No.
Okay. Are you traveling?
Yes.
Are you going north or south?
Well, are we going north or south? We're heading south.
Okay. Are you in danger?
Yes.
Okay. Has someone kidnapped you?
I don't know.
Are you with a family member?
No.
Okay. Are you with someone that you know?
Yes.
Does this person know you've called 911?
No.
Okay. Okay, then just pretend like you're talking to your friend, and I'll see if I can't get somebody to help you. And you're going southbound, right?
Yes.
Okay. Are you in a vehicle? Are you in a truck or a car? Are you in a truck?
Yes.
Okay.
The 911 system is a core part of public safety in the United States and Canada, providing fast access to police, fire, and medical assistance. Its development spans nearly a century of technological, governmental, and social change. Did you know, up until the mid-20th century, there were two main ways Americans could get in touch with emergency services: by calling their local fire department or police precinct directly, or by pressing 0 for the operator. Both options were time-consuming, confusing, and unreliable. People were often unsure where exactly to call, and there was no guarantee that a police station would actually pick up. In 1957, the National Association of Fire Chiefs recommended that a single set of numbers be used for reporting fires, as precious seconds, if not minutes, were being lost when panicked citizens struggled to find the right number. Then in 1967, the President's Commission on Law Enforcement and Administration of Justice, established by President Lyndon B. Johnson, recommended the creation of a nationwide number for reporting emergencies. After all, the United Kingdom had been using its universal emergency number 999 since 1937. It was the first country in the world to roll out such a system. So why wouldn't America do the same? In 1968, in response to growing calls for a single emergency number, the Federal Trade Commission and AT&T announced that they had decided on a new universal 3-number sequence for emergency calls: 911. The number was chosen to satisfy multiple criteria. Most importantly, it was short, easy to remember, and quick to dial. On the rotary phones used at the time, 9 and 1 were both relatively easy to find, even in the dark. Dialing 911 was also faster than the 999 used across the pond, as 9 takes slightly longer to dial than 1 on a rotary phone. With the numbers being at opposite ends of the dial, it also meant that accidentally dialing 911 was less likely. Another important characteristic in 911's favor was its uniqueness. It had never been previously authorized as an office code, area code, or service code. The first official 911 call was placed on February 16th of 1968 in Haleyville, Alabama. Alabama Speaker of the House Rankin Fight dialed the new number from City Hall, and U.S. Representative Tom Bevel answered the call at the local police station. This small-town demonstration marked the beginning of a national transformation in emergency communication. Just 6 days later, Nome, Alaska also implemented the system, helping to kickstart national adoption. There was also an incident years prior that indirectly led to the 911 service. It was the 1964 murder of Kitty Genovese in Queens, New York. It became a major catalyst for reforming how Americans contacted emergency services. At the time, no universal emergency number existed. People had to call their local police precinct directly or dial 0 for an operator, a process that could be slow or unreliable. Media reports, especially the New York Times story claiming that 38 witnesses failed to act, that sparked national outrage and intense discussion about the bystander effect. Regardless of the accuracy of that number that was reported, and it was incorrectly reported, the case highlighted the fact that even when someone did try to call for help, Reaching police quickly was difficult. One contemporary account notes that a neighborhood man attempted to call the police but got no answer because there was no 911 system at the time. In the wake of the Genovese case and the public scrutiny that followed, government agencies and telecommunications companies accelerated their work toward a simple nationwide emergency number. PBS noted that the case was one of the driving forces behind adopting such a system. Other historical summaries confirm that Kitty Genovese's murder and the public response to it directly influenced momentum for creating a universal number, contributing to the decision to implement 911. Kitty Genovese's murder did not directly create 911, but the public outrage and national soul-searching that followed her death exposed how dangerously inadequate emergency communication was, and this pressure significantly pushed the U.S. toward adopting the 911 system. Canada followed soon after. In 1972, the country formally adopted 911 as its emergency number, and the first Canadian 911 call was completed after a rollout in London, Ontario in 1974. Meanwhile, advances in telecommunication during the 1970s led to the development of enhanced 911, E911, which provided automatic number identification, automatic location identification, and selective routing. These enhancements enabled dispatchers to identify a caller's phone number and address automatically, dramatically improving response times. According to the National Emergency Number Association, the choice of 911 purely on a technical level best met the long-range numbering plans and switching configurations of the telephone industry at the time. In other words, 911 didn't conflict with any existing or planned numbers and could be programmed into existing switches without major overhauls, meaning it was a good fit for both the existing telephone infrastructure and the industry's plans for future expansion. What's more, AT&T had already helped standardize numbers such as 411, the number for directory assistance, allowing it to use the same pre-existing telephone system infrastructure to process and route 911. For the public, 911 was brief, catchy, and very easy to dial, and for the telephone industry, it offered a relatively hassle-free implementation. Dialing 911 would access a central operator that then routed to local emergency services by mapping landline phone numbers to addresses, or today using location data from your cell phone.
911 emergency number came into existence, and now Susquehanna Valley County is considering a computer system that would greatly enhance its 911 capabilities. Ron Martin reports from York, where emergency dispatchers see the system as revolutionary.
It's phone calls like these that frustrate the people who work as emergency dispatchers at County Control. In this case, the caller was so hysterical, valuable time was lost. Time that could have brought medical personnel to the scene of a shooting sooner.
The first couple minutes of any situation, whether it's a fire, ambulance call, whatever, can be the most serious.
But now, thanks to computers and new telephone technologies, county controls are now being offered a system called Enhanced 911. For every call that comes into county control, the system automatically would provide a computer display of the phone number and the location of the caller.
It shortens the amount of time that they're on the phone. And there is a lot of complaints. People feel we ask too many questions, and that information is very vital to the police and fire.
But the Enhanced 911 system has a price tag that exceeds $200,000, and officials here say that makes it questionable whether the advantages of the system outweigh the costs. Right now, County Control uses computers for warrant searches and criminal-related matters to aid local police departments. Officials here are looking at Enhanced 911 as one possibility as they search for a new telephone switchboard system. In York, Ron Martin, News Center 8.
The nationwide rollout, however, proved to be a slow process. The new universal emergency number was first dialed in 1968, but it took decades until most of the country could use it. One major obstacle was the fact that the 911 number only worked through Bell System telephone companies. All of the nation's independent phone companies, of which there were many, were not included in the emergency telephone plan. Local jurisdictions also had to fund the infrastructure upgrade upgrades, and some of them simply didn't think the cost was worth it. By 1976, only 17% of the population had access to the service, rising to just 50% a decade later. Eventually, however, 911 made its way across the United States, becoming arguably the most memorized and instantly recognizable number in the country. Today, around 240 million calls are made to 911 in the U.S. each year, more than 650,000 emergency calls every single day. In recent decades, 911 has continued evolving to meet the demands of modern communication. Many regions are now implementing next-generation 911, NG 911, an internet-based system designed to handle not just voice calls, but also text messages, photos, videos, and enhanced data sharing between call centers. NG 911 also improves routing, allowing calls to be transferred seamlessly if a local center is overloaded or offline. The United States celebrated the 50th anniversary of the first 911 call in 2018, reflecting on the system's growth from a single demonstration in Alabama to a nationwide public safety infrastructure.